Okay, so in March of 2020, Corona-chan smacked me upside the head with her magic wand, and I caught COVID-19. It was the sickest I have ever been in my life, barring none. At its apex, I was literally lying on the floor of my bedroom, gasping for sips of air, my balance being so off that I couldn't even balance on my hands and knees. After a few weeks, I tried to go back to work, and up until that point, I had been fairly active. I lifted weights, I practiced yoga, I walked several miles a day, and I practiced my kata on a fairly regular basis. Because of this, my health had kind of an echo of the health that I had enjoyed before. However, it remains that COVID-19 absolutely wrecked me. My stamina was gone. My lungs were no longer working properly. My struggle with this situation, as my health continued to deteriorate due to both the effects of COVID-19 and the resulting lack of ability to be active, apparently culminated a little while ago when I went to the hospital. I won't go into details here. That's not ideally what this channel is for. This is, I believe, the first time that I've addressed anything pertaining to my health on this channel, and I intend it to be the last. But suffice it to say, it was something that was classified as a fatal condition. Obviously, I survived because I got treatment. But since that point, the struggle has, of course, continued. The takeaway that I would like for you to have from this is in two parts. First of all, for the past several years, although we have been continuing to slowly be able to get better equipment for use on the channel, because, in part due to my health, we've been continuing to have a great deal of difficulty putting out videos on a regular schedule or any real schedule at all. The schedule just isn't going to happen. I realize that. I accept it. We will continue producing video content and putting it out there, but I simply cannot guarantee any kind of schedule whatsoever. Any time that it seems reasonable, in order to make sure that it's easiest to find, I'll be putting stuff out on Sundays, but there's no way I can tell you which Sunday. If you want to make sure that you're able to catch all of the content that we put out when we put it out, please subscribe, ring the bell, as they say, so that you're as guaranteed to get those notifications as possible. I guarantee you, you are not in danger of having your feed suddenly flooded with new content from my channel. So, whereas, I'm not going to be addressing this in the future, that's just always going to be in the background from now on. And I thank you for your patience in that matter and for bearing it in mind. The second takeaway that I would like for everyone to have from this is that long COVID sucks. It creates a vacuum. It pulls everything of your life that it can into itself and tries to render it an irrelevant singularity. Get the vaccines. Get the thrice damned vaccines. is. All available, reliable, peer-reviewed information shows that the vaccines are not only much, much safer than getting COVID-19, but that they are also incredibly effective in minimizing both short-term and long-term effects to your health from COVID-19. Additionally, if we can manage to get enough people vaccinated, the degree of spread and relative population of COVID-19 will decrease to the point that the mutation rate will drop to the level of irrelevancy. This has not yet happened because so many people have refused to get the vaccine. I don't care what your politics are. I'm certainly not in favor of legal mandates, but be responsible, not just for your sake, but for your friends, your family, your neighbors, people that you don't know who, because of compromised health situations, can't get vaccinated. Get the damned vaccine. Wear masks when in public places, practice social distancing, and get vaccinated. And for those of you who insist on considering this to be some kind of political matter, no one is impressed when you talk about how you're prepared to take a bullet for some cause or other when you're not willing to take a shot in the arm to protect other people. Please, get the vaccine. So, with that out of the way, coming up, we have some more Shadow the Hedgehog. The episodes have been filmed. It's just a matter of editing at this point, and as aforementioned, we'll be taking care of that as quickly as we can. There's also a beautiful poem of Eros that I have selected. Well, I shouldn't say selected. It was a request from one of my viewers that I'm looking forward to performing on Storytime. And my next Coyote Reacts, when we can finally get it up there, will actually have a special guest that I'll be discussing The Hobbit with. And I hope that you'll all tune in for that. In the meantime, as Confucius once said, it doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you don't stop. So, this is Coyote, wishing you all the very best of health, and I will see you sometime again.